Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our science class. Today is Sunday, and the date is the 4th of April, 2021. We learned about electricity and electric current and a lot of stuff. Today, I'm going to ask you a very a major question. How do we use electricity? Let me hear your ideas. Yes, Talia. What is your idea?
We use electricity with like lights and computers, laptops, iPads,
Right.
phones, electricity.
Devices, machines. Yes, Eileen, what else? How can we use electricity?
With electric circuits, electric power,
Okay,
and
very
also,
good.
Miss, and also you can use electricity
So do we
by
use it every day?
microphones, drums, pianos.
Nice, very good. A lot of machines. Thank you, Leon. Let's see, Leon. You see, Leon, what else? How can we use electricity?
Electricity also it can help charge, and also electricity friend is also a battery, and so we can use electricity
In many ways. So do we
yeah,
need
and
it every
also
day?
for these days, yes, like for now, yes.
Yes, we need electricity every day. Today, let's learn more about how do we use electricity. So, it has many uses. For example, look at this picture. This is a house full of electricity. How? Electric fan. We have a ceiling fan using electricity. We have a television uses electricity. A hair dryer must use electricity, also a light. Also, electric stove for cooking. So all these using electricity. To use electricity, you need something called electric motor. What do I mean by electric motor? Do you have any idea? What does it mean, electric motor? Yes, yeah, Talia.
I read it a little and I think I understand it.
Okay,
It's like the thing that helps electricity.
okay, yes, that's correct. Is it a machine?
Kind of.
Yes, so it is
Yes.
a machine. A machine will change electrical energy into energy of motion. What does it mean, energy of motion? Yes, Yalayan.
Teacher, I wanted to say that also electric motion means electric movement.
Excellent, excellent. So,
And also I think the electric motor is, you see, with the one that we put in when you want, see this, there's like 3 holes, okay, and you can put, or 2, you know, that one
oh,
that you
the
can put like
appliance,
that.
you mean? No, no, no. That's a plug, the thing that has holes, and the thing you put it inside appliance, we call it. But a motor, that transfer energy, yes, it's inside. You cannot see a motor, okay? It's a machine provide you with electricity, but you cannot see it because it's inside the walls. Okay. Let's learn about magnet. Do you remember magnet? Magnet, how
Yeah.
many poles does a magnet have? Huh? How many poles does a
2.
magnet? Yes, excellent, Eileen. Next time, raise your hand, please. So a magnet has 2 poles. These poles, are they same or different, ya Bushra? Look at the magnet, ya Bushra.
Yes, teacher?
Magnet. They have 2 different poles. Are they the same?
No.
No. What are they?
The magnet forces?
Excellent. So they have a force. It has north pole and a south pole. Each one will attract a different energy.
The
Yes.
South Pole?
Mhm. They are the strongest where in their poles at the south and the north, not in the middle. Look at the middle. They're not very
Yes.
strong, but what about north and south?
They're strong.
Excellent, thank you. So, is a magnet an energy? Can we call a magnet energy? Does it have energy, Elayan?
Yes.
Yes, a magnet have
Teacher, I
energy.
wanted to
What is the
say,
energy of magnet, Elayan?
that two things stick together.
Or it can do what?
Or
What does it do? A magnet, what does it do?
it can attract.
Excellent. It's an object that attract what? What kind of things?
Attracts iron.
Iron or steel. Excellent. It will attract
Teacher, wait, I
iron
want to
or
tell you
steel
something.
or few metals. Very good. Very good. Yes,
Teacher,
I'm
can
gonna.
I tell you something?
Yes, Elaine.
Can you go back to the one, the one that has the North Pole and the South Pole? Yes, this one. It looks like the blue one is electrons and the red one is protons.
Yeah, it looks like that. Exactly. Very good. Very good. Thank you
And
for
in the
telling
middle
this.
is neutrons.
Okay, that can be very close, yes. Now, I want to tell you about something else. So we learned that magnet has power to pull or attract objects that are made of iron or steel or metal, okay? Sometimes these magnets can be very strong and sometimes they can be very weak. What do we call the area that magnet can pull or attract something? We call it a magnetic field. So over here, a girl is placing a magnet on top of her hand, and down there, she's placing another magnet. If they are attracted to one another, so the magnet field is too large or too big, that's why they are attracted from one another. Can you see this magnet over here?
Yeah.
And from down there, how they are attracted to one another? Because the magnetic field is too large to be attracted. Yes, Rayana.
I wanted to say that.
You wanted to say because the magnetic field is too large?
Teacher,
Okay.
I want to say something.
No, I wanted to
That's
say that.
true.
Yes, Rayana.
I wanted to say that the magnet attached with the iron. So like this, it's touching to each other.
Okay, but you cannot put any magnet on top of your hand and you imagine it will attract something from the other side. It must have a very huge magnetic field to do that. Okay? Yes, Yalayan, what you were saying?
First, before I say, I'm sorry that I interrupted Rayana. I didn't know she was
It's
still
okay.
talking.
It's okay.
And also, I thought when I saw the picture is that there was a hole in her hand and she put one magnet and one down.
No, there's not a hole in her hand. There's nothing, no hole in her hand. This we call it a magnetic field. Okay, there is something more.
Actually looks like a trick.
Yeah, let's learn about something called electromagnet. What comes to your mind when I say the word electromagnet? Raise your hand and tell me, Italia.
What comes into my mind is a device that is sort of electric,
And
magnetic.
excellent, excellent. It looks like a machine or something work with electricity and magnet both together. That's why we call it electromagnet. Let's see how electromagnet works. Now, take a look at this first picture over here. You can see a hand-cranked light bulb, okay? This machine, it will work with electricity, but also it uses magnet and metal to work too. Maybe the battery electromagnet will explain better. Look at the battery. This is the battery, source of electricity. And then you have the wires. The wires are attached to what? The needle, okay? Once it is attached to the needle, it will work as a magnet. How? If it's on, if you turn on this one, it will attract all metal stuff. And this we call it electromagnet machine. Because once you turn it on, it attracted what? It did the work for magnet. How magnet works? They attract what? Iron or metal or steel. So once the battery turned on, the needle attracted who? The paper clip. And the paper clip is made of what? Hi, Leanne, made of what?
I know.
The paper,
Paper clip.
it's made out of metal.
Excellent, made of metal, and this is why it was attracted to it. Okay, people, they use very large machines. Why? To separate the junks from metal than other materials. They want to take away all the metal, so they invented this machine. Can you see this huge machine?
Yes.
Let me draw something. This huge machine, on top of it over here, you have a circle. This circle is made of magnet, okay? But how is it working? They need to give it electric charges from here, so this magnet can work. It will go to the utmost level of attraction, so it can attract all the junky metal stuff. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, for moving this hand or this iron stuff or sorry, this magnet, what do you need? You need electricity to move it, okay? So they are using electricity, but this one over here, the circle, is made from magnet. That's why we call it electromagnet. So you have both of them. What do you have?
Electromagnet.
Excellent, excellent.
Teacher, I want to show you something.
Yes, please show me.
You see, I just went to the other room and brought something that's related. You see, I have two pieces over here that stick together, which has magnets.
Okay.
You see, every time I bring them close, they try to stick to each other.
Why? Because
That
they
is
are
the same-
different poles. Because they
Yeah.
have the different pole. If you put two same poles together, they will not be attracted to one another. They will repel. Okay, guys. Electromagnet, most of it talking about what? If you turn on the electricity, magnetism will work. What does it mean, magnetism? It means magnetic magnetic properties will work. So it will attract the metal, iron, or steel. All right? Everything clear about electromagnet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure? All right, very good. So let's see.
But teacher, is my magnet cubes correct?
Yes, they are correct. They are magnets. Different poles will attract, but same poles will repel. Okay. Let's talk about something called generating electricity. How do we generate electricity? Do you remember the theory that I told you about before? That energy is not exist just like that, or it will never end, okay? Energy is transforms from one thing to another. It will never end and it will never exist just like that. You can never find energy from nothing. There must be something that provides you with energy. Even in food, remember, we always take energy from the sunlight, and then it goes from one animal to another one, to another animal, to another, until it reaches human also. Also in a simple energy that we know, it cannot be existed like that or vanished, never. You cannot destroy energy, or you cannot create energy. How is it happening? It transforms from one type to another. So do you agree with me that electricity is a type of energy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course. Electricity is a type of energy. And if we want energy, electricity energy, what should we do? We should take it from another type or another source. So this is how they generate electricity. This is how they make electricity. First of all, they make dams. The power that comes from the water flowing, what makes electricity, makes a generating station use this floating water to make electricity. Can you read for me this part, yeah, Talia, please?
Let's read it.
Electricity generating stations, also known as energy stations, may use water, coal, or atoms to produce the electricity you use.
Exactly. This is what am I saying? So they can change the energy of the water flowing or the coal or the atoms to produce electricity for us. Okay, can you read this one for me, Lian? It's about the first picture, so you can understand the first
Okay.
picture.
Inside a hydroelectric.
Okay, let
Inside
me
a
tell you something.
hydroelectric.
We call this one a hydroelectric dam, okay? These two pictures are related, okay? Hydroelectric dam. Why do we call it hydroelectric dam? Read it for me, please, Yaleen, over here. Inside?
Dam the inside a hydroelectric dam, the mechanical energy of falling water. Mechanic energy
of falling
water is used to turn. Falling water is used to turn generators. Which change mechanical energy to electrical energy.
See, this is how they produce electricity with a hydroelectric dam. What do they do exactly? They change the mechanical energy into the electric energy. Remember, it cannot be existed just like that. The energy must turn from one type to another. So how do we get our electricity? They change the mechanical energy to the electrical energy. By what? By creating a hydroelectric dam. Look at this water. The water flows from the inside and turn all the turbine. It will move, and then water will go out from this side. But what really happens over here? The energy has changed from the mechanical to the electrical.
Oh no,
From mechanical, ya Rayana, to?
electrical.
So by the water moving from this side, it will turn over the turbines to generate what, ya Layan? To generate?
To generate the electrical.
Excellent. To generate electricity for us. It's not only about hydraulic dam, also windmills. Windmills can provide us with electricity. Can you guess how?
Well, I know, Miss.
If the dams turns the mechanical energy to electricity, what about the windmills? Yeah, Lian, tell me.
I think the windmills from down. Well, let me just show you.
It will turn what? Turn something to something.
From here, you see here is a little, there's a little door here.
Okay.
There's a little door. And you can there maybe like you can get inside of it and the windmill just wash then so it can give you air everywhere.
Okay. Thank you. You have a good imagination, but this is not what happens. Who can tell me? Try. Can you try, please?
Is it?
Okay. Yes, Italia. You are raising your hand. Yes, Italia.
I think it takes the energy and just
Energy of what?
wait, I confused myself.
Okay, I can explain to you and I will ask
Teacher,
you
I'm
again
raising my
about it.
hand.
Yes, Yelayan.
I think that this over here, this fan, it uses the electrical energy so it can move. And when it's and in the fan, when it does like when it's moving, it's doing the kinetic energy.
Okay, thank you, Yelayan, for sharing your ideas. Now let me explain to you.
Is it
What?
correct?
No, not really. What makes this fan move? The wind. Wind will make the fan move. Wind energy, when wind energy move this one, it goes around and around and around. Okay, these turbines make wind energy. They transfer the wind energy to electric energy. They will generate electricity using the wind. Just like before, they used what? They used water floating. Why? To turn over all the turbines to generate electricity. Now they are not using water, the dams, they're using the wind energy so they can move these turbines. While these turbines moving around and around and around, they generate electricity. So they change the wind energy to the electrical energy. Do you get it now? Is it clear for you now?
But
Yeah.
teacher, what
Yeah.
does generate mean?
Generate provides or produce electricity. To make electricity, you can never make electricity from nothing. You need to transfer one type of energy to electricity. So we used wind energy, we used magnetic energy, we used water energy. So all these energy generates electricity. So a generator is a device that will convert mechanical energy to electrical energy. Please, everyone, underline the word generator. What is a generator,
Yeah, I
Yalayan?
already did that.
A generator is a device that converts mechanical energy to electrical energy.
Excellent. Mechanical energy, just like water floating or wind blowing. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes,
Teacher,
yes.
can I tell you something?
Of course you can tell me, but before you tell me, because I want to stop recording in a minute, I want you to tell me what are the main ideas that we learned today in our lesson. Number one, let's
I
start with Thalia.
that electricity is important and we need it.
Okay, so we learned how do we use electricity. Excellent. Rital, do we use electricity every day?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. Number two, what did you learn? Yes, Elayan, what else you learned?
I learned what's the meaning of electric motor and what is it.
Excellent, electric motor. What does it mean, electric motor? What is an electric motor?
Me or someone
Yes,
else?
yes, Elayan.
Electric motor is a machine that you can't see.
Okay. Inside, what
And
does it
also
do?
that is a
What does
machine
it
that
do, this
changes
Mhm.
electrical energy into the motion,
Yes.
and into kinetic,
No,
into
into motion.
energy of motion. Teacher.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you. So it changes the electricity.
The
Sorry.
electrical energy into energy of motion.
Sorry. Excellent. So it makes electricity moves. What else, Eileen? What did you learn?
We learned what's a generator.
What's a generator?
A generator, a device that converts mechanical energy to electrical energy.
Excellent. Yes, Yadiala, can you give me example of generators?
About magnet
Excellent. Yeah.
and
Excellent, Yadiala. We learned about electromagnets and how they can work together. Very, very, very good. Excellent, girls. That was everything for today. I'm so happy of your participating and your activity. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Well
Teacher,
done.
now can
And
I tell
keep
you
going.
something?
Yes, of course. Let's say bye-bye to recording now.
Bye.
Give us